So this is your third time driving your clients to a showings. So everything's going well. You saw the first three houses, and it's your fourth and final one for the day. You were at a stop sign. You stop, and then you go. And a car rammed right into you and hit you right on the side. It's pretty severe accident. Ambulance was called, and luckily you had only some minor injuries, but unfortunately, your client who is sitting in the back had to go to the hospital. So that's that. A few days later, your client kind of talked to you and said, you know what, I'm getting better, it's okay. And then they probably won't be able to go to any showing anytime soon, or at least after they leave the hospital and all that. And everything seems fine until a week or two later, you got a letter from a law firm, and they are suing you. Your client is suing you for the accident. So, what do? Obviously, you probably would be calling your insurance and maybe even consult a lawyer and also tell your brokerage and talk to a broker of record and all that stuff and trying to see what are my options, what should I do next, and then probably in a panic mode because it never happened to you and then this happened. So this scenario is really, really bad. And it's something that sometimes occurs when you do drive your clients. And that's why I never drive any of my clients to showings. They go on their own cars. If they don't, and which never never happened to me because all my clients actually do have their own cars. I know some agents said, okay, we'll just meet there. However way that you will get there, maybe the client doesn't have a car and they take public transportation. But that's something that you really have to think about. The risks that's involved when you do drive your clients to showings. Since COVID, a lot of agents actually don't drive them, at least in my area that I work on, my city. There are still some. I still sometimes like some showings that is like back to back. I do see some that still drives the client, but most cases they come in two cars. So the client comes in their own car and the agent have their own car. Because COVID, obviously, they don't want even if you wear a mask and whatnot, it's still kind of dangerous during that time, and or at least in terms of the public perception of it. COVID is one thing, but I guess the other aspect right now is the liability issues. The risk has always been there, but I'm not sure why agents still does it. Maybe they're willing to take the risk, or maybe they don't know that the severity of that is quite high. Also, if you do drive your clients, your insurance needs to be adjusted. You need to tell your insurance agent, brokerage, that you are regularly will be driving clients to showing. It should increase the premium because the risk is higher that there's more occupant in the vehicles and it's more for business purpose. If you don't do that and an accident happened, insurance might deny that claim. So you really have to be careful when you do identify it and realize what the risks are. And if you think, oh, you know what, I'm willing to do that, I know what the consequences are, fine, that's fine. But just know that if it does happen, it's going to be a massive headache because I do know someone who actually had that accident happen to them, and it really, really kind of caused a lot of headaches for them, for him, for a number of years. So, as fellow realtor or real estate agent, if you do bring your clients to showings, really know the risks involved. Not to say that you should not never do that, like I don't, but not to say everyone shouldn't, but just know the risk that's involved. And that's it. Until next time.